Example 1. A patterned conversation between an employee named Jordan and their manager named Alex, where Jordan is reporting a sudden trip and requesting a day off.
Hey Alex, do you have a moment?
Of course, Jordan. What's up?
I received some unexpected news last night. I need to take an unplanned trip out of town and was hoping to request tomorrow off to handle it. I understand it's short notice, and I apologize for that.
Oh, I hope everything's okay. Is it a family emergency?
Yes, it's a family matter. My grandmother isn't doing well, and I want to visit her while I still can. I hope you understand.
I'm truly sorry to hear that, Jordan. Family always comes first. Of course, you can take tomorrow off. And if you need more time, just let me know.
Thank you so much, Alex. I genuinely appreciate your understanding. I'll ensure that my tasks for tomorrow are either completed by today or delegated so that it doesn't disrupt the team's workflow.
That's thoughtful of you. But right now, focus on your family. We can handle things here. Take the time you need and keep me posted.
Thanks, Alex. It means a lot. I'll drop you an email with the details of my leave and keep you updated.
Please do. Take care, and if there's anything you need, don't hesitate to reach out.
Example 2. A patterned conversation between a couple named Mia and Leo as they discuss and decide on a contemporary vacation.
I think this year, we should do something different for our vacation, Leo. How about we go for something more modern, less traditional?
You mean like a digital detox retreat or an eco-friendly resort?
Exactly. I've been reading a lot about sustainable travel. There's this eco-resort in Costa Rica that offers yoga, farm-to-table meals, and even treehouse lodgings.
That sounds interesting. But I also saw this place in Japan, an entire hotel run by robots. It's futuristic and very tech-driven.
Wow, that's the complete opposite of the eco-resort. But it does sound unique. Still, I was hoping for something more relaxing and connected to nature.
Fair point. How about a compromise? We could spend a few days in a city exploring modern architecture, art installations, and tech-driven experiences, and then head to a natural retreat to wind down.
I like that idea. So maybe Tokyo for the tech and then Bali for an eco-friendly beach retreat?
Perfect combination. Tokyo has been on my bucket list for so long, especially with its mix of the ultra-modern and the traditional. And after that urban experience, Bali's tranquility would be the perfect counterbalance.
It's settled then. I'll start looking into flights and accommodations. Oh, and let's travel light this time. I read about these new apps that let you rent outfits at your destination. So no need to carry a big suitcase.
Contemporary travel with a touch of sustainability and tech savviness. I'm all in.
Example 3. A patterned conversation between two neighbors, named Emily and Jack, where Emily has noticed a suspicious activity at another neighbor's home and decides to discuss it with Jack and report it.
Jack, hey. Have you seen that unfamiliar car parked near Mrs. Thompson's house? I noticed someone looking around her windows and trying the back door.
Really? No, I haven't seen that. Are you sure it wasn't just a delivery person or someone she knows?
I thought so at first, but they looked really suspicious. They kept glancing around to see if anyone was watching. I took a photo of the car and its license plate just in case.
Good thinking. Mrs. Thompson mentioned she's visiting her daughter this weekend. We should definitely report this.
I think so too. I was about to call the non-emergency police line. Better safe than sorry, right?
Absolutely. And while you do that, I'll keep an eye out from my window. Maybe we should also inform a few other neighbors to be on the lookout.
Agreed. I'll call the police and then send a message in our neighborhood group chat. Thanks, Jack. I just want everyone to be safe.
No worries, Emily. We look out for each other here. Let me know if the police need any additional information or statements.
Example 4. A patterned conversation between two parents, named Sarah and Mark, as they discuss the challenges and nuances of raising teenagers.
Mark, I swear, raising teens is like trying to nail jelly to a wall. Just when I think I've figured out Katie, she throws another curveball.
Oh, I feel you. Remember last week when Jake got upset because I asked about his day? Apparently, I was prying too much.
It's like walking on eggshells. I want to be there for Katie, especially with all the peer pressure and challenges teens face nowadays, but I don't want to be too invasive.
It's a tough balance. On one hand, we need to let them grow and learn from their mistakes. On the other, we don't want them to feel alone or unsupported.
Exactly. And the whole social media thing doesn't help. Katie's constantly comparing herself to others, and it's affecting her self-esteem.
Jake's the same. I've been thinking about suggesting a digital detox weekend for the whole family. Maybe go on a short trip, just us, nature, and no devices.
That sounds great. We should try to engage them in more real-life experiences. Plus, I've read that communication is key. Maybe we need to schedule regular family talks where they feel safe to share anything without judgment.
I agree. Setting up a safe space for open dialogue can make a huge difference. And we need to remind ourselves to listen more, even if we don't always agree or understand their perspective.
You're right. Teens are just trying to find their way, and they need to know we're on their side. We should also consider joining some parenting workshops. It's always good to get new strategies and hear from experts.
Definitely a good idea. Let's face it, parenting doesn't come with a manual. But together, and with a little guidance, I think we can navigate these turbulent teenage years.
Example 5. A pattern conversation between two teenagers named Zoe and Max as they discuss the ways their parents can be annoying.
Oh, Max, you won't believe what my mom did yesterday. She barged into my room without knocking again.
Seriously? Mine did that last week. I mean, is privacy a foreign concept to them or what?
Tell me about it. And the worst part is, she always says, "It's my house, I don't need to knock." But like, it's my room.
Oh, the classic "my house" card. Got that too. And my dad? He constantly goes through my phone. Like, I get they're concerned, but I feel so invaded.
I can't even imagine. My parents keep nagging about my grades, as if I'm not stressed enough about them. It's like they think constantly talking about it will magically make them better.
Oh, the grade talk. Been there. And don't even get me started on the "when I was your age" stories. I swear I've heard my dad's high school stories a million times.
Oh yeah, the golden age stories. My mom thinks everything was better back in her day, and that social media is ruining our generation.
Exactly. And if I hear "you kids have it so easy these days" one more time, I might just lose it. They don't get the kind of pressures we have now.
Totally. But you know, amidst all the annoyances, I think they're just trying to connect or look out for us in their own, weird parent-why way.
Yeah, I get that. I just wish they'd try to see things from our perspective too sometimes. Communication goes both ways, right?
Absolutely. Maybe we should talk to them about it. Like, calmly express how we feel.
Worth a shot. I mean, the worst that could happen is another "when I was your age" story, right?
True that.
Example 6. A patterned conversation between a first-time jumper named Alex and a parachute instructor named Casey before the big jump.
Hey there, Alex. I'm Casey, your tandem instructor for today. How are you feeling about your first jump?
Hey, Casey. I won't lie, I'm a mix of excitement and sheer terror right now.
That's a pretty standard response. But don't worry, you're in good hands. Before we jump, let's go over some basics. Have you gone through the orientation video?
Yes, I did. It was informative, but I'll admit, everything feels like a blur right now.
That's okay. We'll review the important bits now. First, remember we're jumping tandem. I'll be strapped to you, and I've got over 2,000 jumps under my belt, so you're with an old pro. When we exit the aircraft, just remember to arch your back, keep your chin up, and let me handle the rest.
Got it. Arch and chin up. How long will we be free falling?
We'll free fall for about a minute before I deploy the parachute. Once the chute is open, we'll glide for around 5 to 7 minutes, giving you a nice scenic view before we land.
And, how safe is this?
Great question. Skydiving, like any sport, has its risks. But with proper training, equipment checks, and following guidelines, it's relatively safe. Plus, you'll have a backup parachute, and all our gear is regularly inspected and maintained.
That's reassuring. Is there anything I should do or avoid during the jump?
Just remember to relax and breathe. Panicking doesn't help, and trust me, once you're in the air, it's a feeling like no other. When we're coming in for the landing, I'll tell you to lift your legs, making our landing smoother.
All right, I think I can manage that. Thanks, Casey.
Anytime. And remember, skydiving is about enjoying the moment. It'll be an experience you'll never forget. Ready to suit up?
As ready as I'll ever be. Let's do this.
Example 7. A pattern conversation between a pregnant woman named Lisa and her partner named James as they discuss their final preparations before their baby's arrival.
Okay, so I've installed the car seat and made sure it's secure. We've got the hospital bag packed. Anything else we're missing?
I think we've covered most of it. Did you pack the charger, some snacks, and the camera?
Yep, all in the bag. And I've also put in that special blanket your mom knitted for the baby.
Perfect. Did you confirm with my sister about looking after Bella, our cat, while we're at the hospital?
I did. She'll be over the day we head to the hospital, and she's even bringing some frozen meals for us for when we get back.
Oh, that's thoughtful of her. What about the birthing plan? Did you discuss it with Dr. Adams?
Yes, she's got a copy, and I have one in the bag as well. We've noted your preferences, but remember, things might not go exactly to plan, and that's okay.
I know, I'm trying to keep an open mind. I'm just nervous, I guess. Everything's about to change.
It's okay to be nervous. I am too. But we've prepared as best as we can. We've got each other, and we're about to meet our little one. It's going to be an amazing journey.
Thanks, James. I'm glad we're in this together. Just a few more things to set up in the nursery, and then I think we're ready.
Oh, speaking of the nursery, I set up the crib mobile and baby monitor. And the diapers and wipes are all stocked up.
You're amazing. One last thing, let's make sure our phones are always charged, just in case. I don't want any surprises, especially if I go into labor in the middle of the night.
Absolutely. Chargers in every room. We've got this, Lisa.
We do. Here's to our next big adventure.
Example 8. A patterned conversation between a homeowner named Emma and a construction worker named Mike who specializes in painting.
Hi Mike, thanks for coming over. I've been looking to freshen up this place a bit. Before we begin, can you tell me a little about your experience in painting apartments?
Of course, Emma. I've been in the construction and remodeling business for over 15 years, and a significant part of that has been painting homes and apartments. From small spaces to large homes, I've worked on various projects.
That sounds great. I've been considering a light, neutral shade for the living room, maybe something in beige or soft gray. What would you recommend?
Both are great choices for a room like this with lots of natural light. A soft gray can give a modern touch while beige can warm up the space. You might also consider an off-white or a light taupe. Here are some swatches you can look at.
Oh, these are lovely. How do you ensure clean lines, especially around the windows and trim?
Precision is key. We use professional-grade painter's tape to mask off areas, ensuring sharp and clean lines. Plus, my team and I always do a detailed prep, which includes patching any holes or imperfections, sanding the area, and priming if needed.
Sounds thorough. How long do you think the whole process would take for the living room and, let's say, 2 bedrooms?
Given the size and considering drying times, I'd estimate about 3 to 4 days. That includes prepping, painting 2 coats, and then cleanup.
All right. And regarding the paint, do you have any preferred brands or types? I've heard some paints are more eco-friendly these days.
Absolutely. There are paints available now that have low or zero VOCs, volatile organic compounds, which are better for indoor air quality. Brands like Benjamin Moore and Sherwin-Williams have excellent eco-friendly lines. They might be a tad more expensive, but they're worth it, especially if you're concerned about the environment and indoor health.
That's good to know. Lastly, do you provide a guarantee for your work?
Yes, I stand by my team's work. We offer a 1-year guarantee on our painting jobs. If there's any peeling or issues related to our workmanship, we'll come back and fix it at no additional cost.
Great. I'm feeling confident about this. Let's discuss the details and get started.
Sounds good, Emma. We'll make sure your home looks fantastic.
Example 9. A patterned conversation between a cat owner named Rachel and a pet store associate named Mark, focusing on the selection of the best cat food.
Hi, excuse me. I'm a bit overwhelmed with all these options. I'm trying to find the best food for my cat, Whiskers.
Of course, Rachel. I understand there are a lot of choices. Can you tell me a bit more about Whiskers? Age, activity level, any health issues?
Whiskers is a 3-year-old tabby. I'd say he's fairly active, loves to play fetch. No known health issues, but he has been a bit overweight.
All right, it sounds like you need a balanced food, possibly one that's good for weight management. Were you looking at dry, wet, or a mix of both?
I usually give him dry food, but I'm open to introducing wet food if it's beneficial.
Both have their benefits. Dry food is convenient and can help with dental health. Wet food, on the other hand, provides good hydration and can be less calorie-dense, which can be helpful for weight control.
Oh, I didn't know that. What brands would you recommend?
For dry food, brands like Hill's Science Diet or Royal Canin have specific formulas for weight management. If you're considering wet food, Wellness Core or Blue Buffalo have grain-free options which can be good.
I've heard of grain-free diets. Are they better?
It's a bit of a debate. Grain-free can be beneficial for cats with certain allergies, but it's not essential for all cats. The most important thing is to choose a high-quality, well-balanced food. Always look for foods where a source of animal protein, like chicken or fish, is listed as the first ingredient.
Got it. And how about treats? Whiskers loves them, but I don't want to contribute to his weight problem.
Moderation is key. Look for treats that have added benefits, like dental treats that help with tartar control or those fortified with vitamins. And always consider treats as a part of Whisker's total calorie intake for the day.
Thanks, Mark. You've been very helpful. I'll start with a mix of dry and wet food from the brands you mentioned and monitor Whisker's weight.
Sounds like a plan, Rachel. And if ever in doubt, it's always a good idea to consult with your vet. They can provide specific recommendations based on Whisker's health and needs.
I'll keep that in mind. Thanks again.
Example 10. A patterned conversation between a student named Anna and an English teacher named Mr. Roberts during their first lesson.
Hello, Anna. Welcome to our English class. How are you feeling today?
Hi, Mr. Roberts. I'm good, thank you. A bit nervous, though. I've never taken a formal English class before.
That's perfectly okay. Everyone has to start somewhere, and I'm here to help and guide you. Let's begin by understanding your goals. Why did you decide to learn English?
I've always wanted to travel, and I think knowing English will be helpful. Also, I'm considering furthering my studies abroad, so I need to improve my language skills.
That's great. Traveling and studying abroad are excellent reasons. So, have you had any exposure to English before? Maybe in school or from movies and music?
Yes, I learned a bit in school, and I watch a lot of English movies. But I struggle with speaking and constructing sentences on my own.
That's a common challenge, but with practice, you'll get better. For today, let's start simple. Can you introduce yourself in English? Maybe say where you're from, what you like to do, anything you feel comfortable sharing.
Okay, let's see. My name is Anna. I am from Brazil. I like to read books and play guitar.
That's a good start, Anna. Well done. Now, as we progress, we'll work on expanding your vocabulary, improving your grammar, and helping you gain confidence in speaking.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to it. What will we cover in our next lessons?
We'll start with the basics. We'll cover common everyday situations, like ordering food at a restaurant, asking for directions, or making plans with friends. Then, we'll gradually move to more complex topics and grammar structures.
Sounds good. I'm excited and a bit less nervous now.
That's the spirit. Remember, language learning is a journey, and it's okay to make mistakes. They're a part of the learning process.
I'll keep that in mind. Thank you, Mr. Roberts.
You're welcome, Anna. I'm confident you'll do great. Let's embark on this language journey together.
If you want more, subscribe. Check my other movies.